Good morning, friends. How are you? So, this is Kate Lanigan McGregor with Rituals to Rise, and this is our morning 6:30 a.m. coaching call, which most of you see in replay, and I appreciate that. So, thank you, my replay friends. It's always interesting to me at the end of the day when I take a peek to see how many people watched it, and it's awesome. So, thank you. Today, I want to talk a little bit about my drive-in. So Monday morning comes and I'm driving in the car and I've done my investigate, which is I've done my Sunday reset, right? So R is rituals. So R is reset. So Sunday during the day, a couple times I pulled out my planner and I looked at it and I went through the week before and I analyzed kind of like that year end thing, like the moments that gave me most energy and the things that I want to make sure that I'm continuing to do. And then the things that gave me the least amount of energy. And then I divided them into what's still important to do and what I should be don't doing. Right. So, anyways, did a lot of that yesterday, but always on my way in, I'm starting my investigation, which is what Mondays are. And by investigate, I'm looking for trends. I'm looking for feelings. I'm looking for like what I like direction for the week. So it's kind of a subtle difference. And I just kind of want to explain it a little because I think that it's important for rituals for us who are doing the Rise Planner and who are doing the Rise program is to realize the things that are going to keep us doing what we do. And this is one of them. So anyway, I kind of had a moment where I was like, you went into the weekend and you had things that had to be done, right? That were done. And I was thinking, and I'm going, nothing got done. I pushed the peanut on many, many things, and I did some great moments, but I didn't finish any of the stuff. So I kind of had a sigh, and I felt a little sorry for myself for a minute. And then I wanted to escape how I was feeling. So I was looking to put something on to listen to. So I went to my Audible, and for some reason, my Audible, which is online books, was only showing one book, which was Brené Brown's vulnerability book. I think it's called The Power of Vulnerability. And I was like, where are my books? But I was like, just listen to it. If you can only find one book, just listen to it. And the message that she was talking about was about the marble jar and talking about and vulnerability and trust. So that was her part was vulnerability and trust. So I'm going to keep those there because I think that those are a huge part of anything we do. I also want to add in accomplishment and value. So how we feel if we're accomplished, how we feel like when we've done things, how we feel that we are valuable, that we are doing a valuable use of our time. So that to me is for today is getting wrapped all together in this marble jar. So the marble jar says that we may not do great things. We may not do big things. You may not be a great accomplisher in this world, but you may be able to do these small things in a great way. And I took some comfort in that because I feel like maybe in this marble jar analogy, I put marbles in my jar or the jar, right? So the accomplishment jar or the value jar or the care jar. And even though nothing got done, a lot of things got more done. And in this world, for me, I think I just need to realize that sometimes that's how it has to go, is just nudging it along and working. And honestly, for me, I don't know if things ever get done. For example, I'm teaching a continuing ed today on short-term rentals at 1. By the way, if you'd like to come, let me know. I'll send you the registration link. So I'm doing short-term rentals at 1. Now, the last time I taught it, was in 2020, and we were just starting with the virus and the cleaning and disinfecting, and the fact that short-term rentals were prohibited during the phase 1, and there was a whole bunch of changes going on for that moment. So I spoke to that moment last time. So this time it's a little different, and now we have as our reality a couple things going on. One would be that Zillow, which used to let you put your rentals up for free, is no longer doing that. So that would be an opportunity for us. And the other is that there's an emerging trend, huge trend, in people choosing like an Airbnb or a VRBO over a hotel. So why is that, why is that important to us, and what does that mean for our future, and how long is that going to be going on for anyways? So these two things are coming. So my short-term rental presentation was done. It's been done twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, whatever, how many times I've taught it. I've worked on it for getting it to be, a system. So in my brain, it was done, right? And now it's not done because I got to do it again. I got to add in my new things. I got to add some more marbles to the jar, and I got to take some marbles out. And so anyway, for me, that's how it never gets done. And that's the life I chose. But anyway, sometimes it's hard because I would love to have, I would love to have these great big accomplishments. And that's why on the Rise Planner, I have that part where you write down your accomplishments in the day as you're going along, because no one's going to be noticing those small things. And not even that it's about people noticing. You're not going to give yourself a great big check mark on these big things. You got to just nudge along those small things. And that is your accomplishment. And writing them down as the day goes on, so huge, because that's going to keep you doing it. So if I gave up on myself on a lot of the things that are like long-term projects, I would like, if I wasn't getting there fast enough, and if I stopped, and if I just said, this is good enough, I wouldn't get there. And so I have to take a step back. And this is, I guess, what my message is stepping back, realizing that if there were some marbles that went in the jar that were different than the ones I anticipated, that's the life I chose. Like, I am a person that is nimble. I'm a person that realizes that things change. I think one of my best assets is that I can respond to change. So what does that mean? That means there's going to be change. Anyway, how is your marble jar? In this pandemic, when I think about the decisions I made, a lot of it had to do with marble jar, and had to do with just bringing meals to people, painting kindness rocks with people, creating little fun things for people, just little tiny, bringing plants with I think you can see that. Well, there's one back there, but that's all right. Bringing plants to people, doing small things that in and of themselves mean like nothing, right? But together they do. They are a marble jar full of little events that mean nothing together, but I mean nothing alone, but all together do deliver a message. How are you doing? How are your marble jar moments? How are you doing filling that marble jar? And this is another part of that, has our relationship been that I've been pulling out some marbles? Because that's something I want to know too. Alrighty, my friends. Oh, a little busy, but this also kind of pulls into the book that we were reading, right? Which is Peeling the Onion, because this is peeling the onion. And this is going a little deeper and finding, a little bit more of that in the inside. Alrighty. I will see you tomorrow. I hope your day is amazing. Please give me a comment below. Let me know how it goes. And if you like this and you want to make sure that you are doing it every day, make sure that you subscribe to Rituals to Rise, which is a group on Facebook. And if you think one of your friends might like it, invite them in too. Alrighty, I'll talk to you soon. And thank you so much for being here. You fill my marble jar.